The future is set in The Flash issue 26. In the future, an aged Barry meets with Iris inside the Flash Museum before heading out to deal with two hurricanes threatening Central City. The two hurricanes appear to be created by his own children, Don and Dawn, who battle their father as a younger Barry, Iris and Eobard watch on. Eobard gloats that Don and Dawn would have been great heroes had it not been for their absentee father, even though Barry thinks he is behind them turning evil. Eobard says that when he returned to the 25th century, he noticed changes in the Flash's mythos. Barry of course doesn't believe this either, but Thorne says the future doesn't care if he believes it or not, and that he is no longer Barry's greatest enemy, but the Flash is. Elaborating on this revelation, Eobard says that the Flash took priority over everyone and everything in Barry's life, from birthdays to child's first steps and words. Going to Iris for confirmation, she tells Barry he lied to her, but she understands why though. When Barry tries to comfort her, she tells him to leave her alone, saying she is just Iris West, while he is the Flash, the fastest man in the world. Telling Barry that there is only one way for him to salvage the future and to save Central City, Eobard forces him to run and save the city with him. Tricking him, Eobard leaves Barry to die in the negative Speed Force, where he is left to think about all his family and friends. Returning to Iris, Eobard plans on killing the woman, but firing an energy weapon at Thorne stops him long enough for the Flash, now infected with negative Speed Force, returns. The Flash issue 26 saw the fallout of Eobard revealing the Flash's identity to Iris, and honestly I'm pretty surprised how she handled the news, but in a way I'm not really surprised, since I've always pegged Iris as a character who knew Barry was the Flash, because A, she's a very smart person, but B, never really said anything about it because it would interfere with Barry's superhero job if he knew that she knew, and he'd be sort of distracted and everything. I did like Eobard mentioning the Flash is Barry's greatest enemy, since it's really is true, and it does that in the TV show as well, where that sort of becomes his whole life and they don't really take a time just to sort of step back from that. So addressing that in the comics also is a really good idea, and it's something that turns out to be very dangerous, and it can shape the future in really dangerous ways. So I'm excited to see what a negative Speed Force Flash now will do to Eobard, since he planned on killing Iris. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you'll check out my other reviews of comics out this week. You can also catch myself and Joel from Cape Joel in our weekly podcasts, Cape TV and the Comic Multiverse, over on his channel, the Weekly Pool Archive channel, and on SoundCloud. Links to them can be found in the description below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and if you're feeling a touch generous, I have a cyber tip jar set up. Just follow the links below, and until next time, I am Matt of the Fortress of Solitude, and I will see you in another video.